The Star Painter. In a land where the sky seemed closer to the earth, there was a small, quiet village nestled among the rolling hills. The villagers were simple people who lived by farming, crafting, and telling stories. But what made this village special was its night sky. Each night, the sky above the village was filled with stars so bright and numerous that it looked like a vast, shimmering canvas. The villagers believed that the stars were painted by a mysterious figure known only as the Star Painter. Legend had it that the Star Painter was an ancient being who lived among the clouds, and every night, they would come down to paint the stars, adding new constellations and vibrant colors to the sky. No one had ever seen the Star Painter, but the villagers would often find traces of stardust on the hills in the morning, shimmering like dew. In this village lived a young boy, who was different from the other children. He had a curious mind and a heart full of wonder. While other children played, he would often sit alone, staring at the night sky, mesmerized by the stars. He dreamed of one day meeting the Star Painter and learning the secrets of the stars. One day, as the boy wandered through the hills at dusk, he found a small, old book half buried in the earth. The cover was worn, and the pages were yellowed with age, but the title was still legible, The Art of Painting Stars. His heart raced with excitement. Could this be the key to meeting the Star Painter? The boy took the book home and began to read. The book was filled with detailed descriptions of the stars, their colors, and how they were placed in the sky. It spoke of a secret path that led to the Star Painter's home, hidden in the clouds. The path could only be found by those with a pure heart and a deep love for stars. Determined to find the Star Painter, the boy set out that very night. He followed the instructions in the book, which led him through forests, across rivers, and up steep mountains. The journey was long and arduous, but the boy's determination never wavered. As he climbed higher and higher, the air grew thinner, and the stars seemed closer than ever before. Finally, after what felt like days, the boy reached the top of the highest mountain. There, as the book had described, was a narrow, winding staircase made of light, leading up into the clouds. Without hesitation, the boy began to climb. As he ascended, the night sky above him grew darker, and the stars grew brighter. Soon, he found himself surrounded by clouds, which glowed softly with a silver light. At the top of the staircase, the boy emerged onto a floating island, suspended high above the earth. The island was covered in lush, green grass, and in the center stood a tall, elegant figure holding a brush made of starlight. The figure turned to face the boy, and he knew at once that this was the Star Painter. The Star Painter's eyes were like galaxies, filled with the wisdom of ages, and their presence radiated a calm and gentle power. "Welcome," the Star Painter said in a voice that sounded like the whisper of the wind. "I have been waiting for you." The boy was speechless. He could hardly believe he was standing before the legendary Star Painter. After a moment, he found his voice. "I've always dreamed of meeting you," he said. "The stars are so beautiful, and I want to learn how to paint them." The Star Painter smiled. "The stars are not just lights in the sky, they are the dreams, hopes, and memories of all who gaze upon them. To paint the stars is to capture the essence of life itself." They handed the boy a small brush, similar to their own but smaller, and nodded. "Show me what you can do." Nervously, the boy dipped the brush into a glowing pool of stardust that lay at the Star Painter's feet. He reached out to the sky and, with a gentle stroke, painted a single star. It was small and simple, but it sparkled brightly against the dark sky. The star painter watched carefully. "Very good," they said. "But to truly paint the stars, you must paint from your heart. Close your eyes and think of what you love most in this world." The boy closed his eyes. He thought of his village, his family, the stories he had heard, and the dreams he had of exploring the world. When he opened his eyes, he began to paint again. This time, the stars he painted were more vibrant, more alive. They twinkled and danced across the sky, forming constellations that told stories of love, adventure, and wonder. The star painter nodded in approval. "You have the gift," they said. "But remember, with this gift comes responsibility. The stars guide those who are lost, inspire those who dream, and comfort those who grieve. They are the light in the darkness, and it is up to you to keep that light shining." The boy spent the entire night painting stars alongside the star painter. They worked in harmony, creating a masterpiece that stretched across the sky. The boy felt a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that he was contributing to something so beautiful and meaningful. As dawn approached, the star painter turned to the boy. "It is time for you to return home," they said. "But remember, the stars will always be with you, guiding you and reminding you of the magic you carry within." The boy felt a pang of sadness but knew he had to go. The star painter waved their hand, and the staircase of light reappeared. "Thank you," the boy said, his voice filled with gratitude. "I will never forget this night." As the boy descended the staircase, the sky began to lighten with the first rays of the sun. When he reached the bottom, he found himself back in the village, just as the villagers were waking up. He looked up at the sky, now fading from night to day, and saw the stars he had painted, still twinkling faintly. From that day on, the boy knew his purpose. He would continue to paint the stars in his heart, spreading their light wherever he went. And though he never saw the star painter again, he knew that they were always watching, guiding his hand as he painted the night sky with dreams, hopes, and memories. Subscribe for more.